It's the first home match for the Panthers this year, a challenging road schedule that we'll talk about as the match goes on. But the Panthers, they didn't just want to, ease into this season. They challenged themselves on the road, and it looks like American will serve to start this match. It's the Eagles and Panthers here at the Fitzgerald Fieldhouse. Earlier today, Towson won 3-0 against Bowling Green. Bowling Green will take on Pitt at 7:30. And first serve is short. First point to the Panthers.
That's not the way that you draw it up if you're head coach Barry Goldberg for the American Eagles in a missed serve to start.
Vasquez Gomez to serve for the Panthers. And good play in the middle. There's where you're talking about some of that hype with Fixie. And she's a transfer from Wyoming, but has settled in here after a couple of years with American.
But going up again against that height of the Panthers block, tried to go around it and then hit the ball out of bounds.
There's Uzan, her first point and the first point for American.
And a great set there from in-ball Peleg, and that's that connection that you see, that European connection, but also that connection of really experienced players who've had a lot of time together.
And kill for the Panthers.
That was the transfer you mentioned, Jeff, and Rachel Jepson coming in as a freshman from Utah, 6'4", getting some time early in this match.
Browski's serve. And Uzan hits the line. It's got to feel like, Amanda, on those where it just hangs in the air forever and
then all of
right
a sudden hits a wall, and you're so, you think it's going to be out, you're so confident, and then all of a sudden, bam, it hits that wall and just falls right in.
3-2 Panthers, and Vocalo missed the mid-set, and it's 3-all.
And you have to look at Rachel Fairbanks, the setter for the Panthers, also kind of relatively new in the lineup. She only really came on in the back half of last season.
And kill for the Panthers. Courtney Bazzario from the right side.
Courtney Bazzario, the opposite hitter for the Pitt Panthers, had over 900 kills in her career as she came from Iowa, as I mentioned. A first-team All-Big Ten player in 2020 and a second-team All-Big Ten player in 2021.
Good serve. It's going to be a free ball for the Panthers. Right side, Fairbanks blocked. It was on and blocked at the front of the net. Fairbanks and Vocalo.
And that's the big thing. We can't say it enough. You talk about the height. When you look at Rachel Fairbanks for the Panthers, the setter standing at 6 foot, and then Chiamaka Vocalo, who can get up and only stands at 6'1".
Cam Ennis. Another good serve. And now the set and the opportunity blocked by American. Left-handed flat foot opportunity here for Pitt. Fairbanks winds up and long.
And actually, it looks like the point will go over to the Panthers, so a touch being called.
So originally awarded to American and changed to the Panthers. Just underway here in Pittsburgh. Second match today here at the Fitzgerald Fieldhouse. Good dig by Peleg.
And sending that free ball out of bounds, the libero for American, Rachel Bennett, another senior on this team. As I said, 10 upperclassmen of the 15 rostered players, a lot of experience, and they have experience with this Panthers team. As you said, they played last season.
Tip opportunity, Panthers set up, and good dig by Bennett that time. Good block by American as well. Lined up by Fairbanks. And kill by Uzan. But in the net.
And it's all those little mistakes that we're seeing from American. It's those couple of points where you think that it's going your way and then it doesn't because you hit a free ball out of bounds and then you go into the net. All of those little mental errors.
Things you can't have when you're at the number 7 team in the nation.
And hitting out of bounds, again, another one of those errors. You really have to come at Pitt, and that's what we've seen over the past number of years as the Panthers have been nationally ranked and nationally ranked in the top 10 consistently. If you are going to beat the Panthers, you have to come at them strong, and you have to eliminate all those errors. And again,
and an ace by Ennis.
Another thing like that. Ennis coming in. Ennis, another one of the transfers that we didn't really even talk about, coming from Texas A&M. So a lot of Power 5 players coming over to play on this Panthers team.
And American needed to get a timeout. Is quickly getting out of control. 10-3 Panthers here in the first set. Welcome back to the Fitzgerald Fieldhouse. Panthers on a run. It is 10-3, a 7-0 run for the Panthers as grad transfer Cam Ennis has put a lot of points on that left arm. Right arm. Set by Peleg and some miscommunication from American. It just discombobulated to start here. Are the Eagles.
Yeah, it looked like Katie Putney was going to hit from the middle, but then Uzan was hitting from the outside, and that set just kind of fell right between the two of them.
Bennett the dig. Here's an opportunity from the back. Panthers counter in the middle. Good dig by American.
And really, American just trying to do everything they can to try and stop this powerful Panthers attack. And by going into the net there, I believe that was Katie Putney again on the swing by Juliana Dalton.
You know, Dan Fisher said he had hoped that being back home would lead to a quick start and they wouldn't think too much about that great win at BYU.
And the other thing that they've faced is their first match. They've struggled a bit for their first two road trips that they've had. The first game that they played in each of those road trips, they kind of struggled through it. So good to get a start like this here, up 12-4. And again, you said it, being at home kind of brings that all together.
Uzan to serve for the Eagles, looking to get on a run of their own. And nicely dug by Ennis to get it to Wokolo to finish.
A beautiful set there by Ennis. A really tight pass, which is what you want, and then she just had to turn, get the ball up to the hand of Wokolo, and she sure knows what to do with it.
Juliana Dalton's first serve as a Panther. And kill from the back for Angelina Barishka. Adelina Barishka from New Jersey, averaging 3.5 kills a set.
And a great swing, putting it in a great spot where the Panthers defense was not, and then not able to get the ball over the net.
Fairbanks dug. Fairbanks again. Rachel Fairbanks does a little bit of everything for this Pitt team.
And that's exactly when we talked to Coach Dan Fisher a couple of days ago before this match, he told us, he said, you want players that have a lot of skills, and Rachel Fairbanks pretty much has every skill that you could think of on the volleyball court. She can set, she can serve. That's how we first saw her in the matches for the Panthers, and we saw there what she can do with her swing.
This time from the other side, block out of bounds. Point by Vasquez Gomez.
And Vasquez Gomez, another one of those players that has really come on as she's had her career go through with the Panthers. And one of the things that Coach Fisser said that she's done the best is has improved her decision making, which you want to see as a hitter. You know that you can swing if you're a hitter, and you know you can power the ball, but you also want to be able to have that kind of ability to see the court and know what type of swing and where you should place the ball.
Barisha with the point for American. It's 15-6 Panthers. By Dylan Griffin serving a couple of those. A freshman from California for the Panthers. That one long. And a couple points here for the Eagles. Rise up in the middle and long. So a little bit of a run here for American.
And it's really both of the runs that we've seen in this match have been about the errors from the other team. Volleyball is a game of errors, but you want to have your opponent really fight for the points. And you can't, whenever you're going on a run, that's exactly what American doesn't want to do, is just hand the ball back over to the Panthers with how strong they've been early on in this match.
Speaking of errors, Bridget Javich, who had a couple of solid serves. Sophomore from Columbus, Ohio. Back to the Panthers. Fairbanks will serve, and what a serve. That just died right in front of Bennett.
That's that float serve. You think you're in the right position, and as it's coming to you, it's kind of moving from side to side, and then before you know it, the bottom just falls out, and it drops right in front of you.
17-8 Panthers. That one dug off Barisha. Uzan just going to send it over. Fairbanks to set this time. And the kill, the Panthers, Courtney Bizzario.
And right there, Jeff, we saw the advantage of what the Panthers do. They run a 6-2 offense, which means that the setter is always out of the back row. So you have 3 attackers, whereas American, they are running a 5-1, which means their setter sets all the way around. So when they're in the front, when the setter's in the front row in ball Peleg, American only has 2 attackers.
Free ball for the Panthers. Middle set and kill. The Panthers really rolling here in this first set. It's now 19-8. And the kill by the freshman, Rachel Jepson.
Rachel Jepson, a pretty decorated player, 3-time participant in the USA Volleyball National Training Development Program. And her dad, we talked about the Panthers beating BYU, Jeff. Her dad played collegiate basketball at BYU. That's it. At the serve, it just dies right there.
This time Bennett able to grab it. Panthers with the chance offensively. Good dig from the back by Uzan. Fairbanks sets the middle. Uzan saves again. Good tap over. And
into the
point
net
to the Panthers. Boy, the errors are just been tough for American here early on.
Yeah, now 6 attack errors, 2 service errors, 2 block errors. So like we talked about earlier, they're really just shooting themselves in the foot, not really about what the Panthers have been doing. They've just been a lot more consistent with their play.
And And Americans save it. They can't.
That's the height at the front row that we talked about. Courtney Bizzario standing at 6'4". Rachel Jepson, I don't want to short her. She's 6'5", Courtney Bizzario. Then Rachel Jepson at 6'4". Now we see Kat Flood in the front standing at 6'2".
Running attempt. Not hit by the Panthers.
Yeah, Carly Fixie trying to run a slide there and knowing that she had those big hands of the tall players that I just mentioned in the front row, trying to go over top, but there's only so much space to go over them before you're hitting out of bounds.
2 points from the first set are the Panthers. And another really good serve by Fairbanks. And now she'll set. That ball blocked. An opportunity here for American. A slide and into the net. No, Panthers into the net. And kill by Fixie gives American their 9th point.
Fixie's been really trying to get that slide going whenever she is taking that attack and running towards that far pin, but just we haven't seen a lot of them connect.
Fairbanks tip over the middle. There's an opportunity here. Uzan blocked at the net by Flood.
Flood and Jepson up there. Again, as I said, 6'4" and 6'2". Really coming up huge at the net, getting their hands over, pressing over the net, which is the key, and then that ball just falling straight down on the American side.
And now the junior Kat Flood serves for the first set. Boy, things went right for the Panthers in this first set.
They sure did. I think a lot of improvement still there from the Panthers, but a great first set to start out. American only scoring 9 points.
So the Panthers take the first set 25-9. We'll be back to Pittsburgh here for set number 2 between the Panthers.
It's not about what the Panthers were necessarily doing. It's all about what American was doing to themselves.
And I imagine if you're American, the last thing you want to see is Rachel Fairbanks go back and serve again.
Not at all what they would want to see. Such a great server. As I said, that's where we saw her start her Panthers career, and then all of a sudden she's setting and then she's hitting and she's pretty much doing everything at such a high level.
And the first serve is an ace.
I mean, do you think it would be any different than that with
Wow.
what we've seen so far?
Third ace for Fairbanks. Courtney Bizzario leads the match with 4 kills. There's an opportunity here for Pitt. Fairbanks is going to set, and Bizzario kills it.
And Jeff, when we talked to Coach Dan Fisher, he told us something that they've been working on through the first couple of matches in the season is the connection between the setters and Courtney Bizzario. A little bit different of a middle than the Panthers are used to. Doesn't run things as quickly, but if you put the ball where she wants it, her 6'5" frame is going to put it down.
Nice block up front. And point, first one of the second set here for American. Well, it looked like that was going to be a 3-0 lead for Pitt. American looking to get something going here. Undefeated on the season, one of the best starts in school history. Bizzario's blocked, but unable to control it are the Eagles. Panthers get it back, and Valeria Vasquez-Gomez to serve.
Carly Fixie had her hands up on that block, Jeff, but she didn't penetrate over the net, so the ball goes off of her hands out of bounds on her own side.
Uzan's attack blocked, and another big hit from Bizzario.
And that same thing, but this time it was Uzan on the outside, just not able to penetrate over the net, the ball hitting her hands and falling straight down onto her own side. But something I've seen from the Panthers that we haven't always seen is they're getting a ton of touches at the net, which slows the ball down so that it's a lot easier for that pass on the backside.
Is that height? It's just
Absolutely.
all of those?
Height,
That block out of
positioning,
bounds.
height,
Point
positioning,
Eagles.
timing, all of those kind of things are what you're looking for. But the biggest thing is height when you look at it. Just having someone being 6 foot or someone being 6'5", you can cover a lot more area above the net.
Set opportunity, good block in front by American. And tip one over. Here's a chance for the Panthers. Rosario's blocked. They go to the other side, and the Panthers, Juliana Dalton with her second kill. Ashley Browski to serve.
And Browski's been a really great story for the Panthers, too. Came in as a right side player and really has developed into a great libero for this Panthers team. What an up there. Fairbanks with the pancake.
Dalton a little long, and American down 2.
And as you can hear, you literally could hear my sigh. As a player, whenever you get one of those pancake ups and then someone just hits the ball so easily out of bounds, it's just a little piece of you just hurts.
You died inside, is what you're saying.
Yes. All that work, the beautiful pancake, the ball comes up, and then you watch the ball as it just sails out of bounds.
Bizzario with her 8th kill. And she will sit down for a moment.
Just hitting a casual 667 clip, Jeff.
Ennis and Sabrina Starks back in. And I wonder here if Starks is going to get a little bit of a run. It's a player that they know is playing very well, but they're trying to work their combinations to get her on the court more. And there's Wokolo into the net.
Yeah, she touched that ball completely on the American side, didn't let it cross over to her side, so point over to American. So you love the aggression, but you just need her to wait another second for that ball to cross over the plane onto her side, and then she can push it right back down.
Panthers won the first set. We're early on in set number 2 here at the Fitzgerald Fieldhouse. Jeff Hathorn and Amanda Sile, and a kill.
A kill and into the net. So no matter what, it was going to be a Panther point. Juliana Dalton.
And Dalton will serve now.
Picking up her 3rd kill. We have a bunch of Panthers tied at 2, but now Dalton picking up her 3rd with Fairbanks and Jepson and Vasquez Gomez each having 2.
Good block in the middle. Wokolo, I think, will get credit for that. And a Panther point. Dalton, the transfer from Washington State. She was 2nd in kills for the Cougars last year. And she'll have a few years here at Pitt. At least the opportunity for them. That block out of bounds. And point to American. Barisha.
Great swing on the outside. She saw the big hands up, but just tooled it right off of the block, out of bounds. Point over to American, and they're staying in this first set at 8-5.
Rachel Bennett the serve. Fixie in the middle blocked, and that one's saved. Browski gets low for that. A bunch of tips on this rally. Good dig by Vasquez Gomez. Longest rally of this match, and it's knocked out of bounds. And American down 2 here, 8-6 in the second set.
That Panther block is right there. They just need to get their hands turned in. So what you're seeing is their hands are facing either straight away or out. So when the ball is hitting off of their hands, it's going the direction that their hands are facing.
Vasquez Gomez winds up.
Nope.
And into the net, I believe. It's Panther point, and Wokolo will serve.
And actually, Wokolo will not serve, as we have a sub coming
Dylan
in here.
Griffin, it looks like, is coming in. Unless we have a challenge.
Doesn't
Barry
seem
Goldberg
so.
is up.
He had a conversation down there, but doesn't seem like he's going to use one of his challenges.
The official asking Barry to either challenge or sit down.
And it looks like he actually will challenge. So he's looking for a touch off of that swing.
Barry Goldberg is one of the last to play men's volleyball here at the University of Pittsburgh, a 1984 grad, and went on to be an assistant coach for the women's program at Pitt, and then has done incredible things at American.
He has, as we mentioned off the top of our broadcast, picked up his 800th victory early on in this season, and his accolades, I mean, you talk about 18 NCAA tournament appearances. The Eagles have won the Patriot League championship 16 of the last 21 seasons. I mean, you talk about dominance, you look at across all of sports. I mean, how can you get more dominant than 16 of the last 21 conference championships?
20 or more wins 29 times in 33 years. One of those years was 19 wins, and another one of those years was COVID, where you didn't play enough matches to get to 20 wins.
20, yeah, exactly. And when we talked to Coach Fisher, he had very high praise for Coach Goldberg, talking about what he's done for the Pitt volleyball program and just how he's happy that he's here, as he's gone through some battles with health issues over the past couple of years, and just really thankful that he's here and coaching for the American Eagles.
As we're back to action, that ball, an error by American.
Katie Putney on the outside. That big left-hand swing on that 6'5" frame, just out of bounds on that far sideline.
10-6 Panthers. A really nice serve by Griffin.
Talk about for the Panthers, anyone coming in and being able to produce. Dylan Griffin, a freshman out of Foothill Ranch, California, coming in and having a great serve, and a left-handed serve at that. Again into the net.
Another error for American.
Carly Fixie in the net there, trying to go up against that tough Panthers attack. Again, the Panthers inching their way up, almost hitting at a 300 clip. American still just in the negatives. And look at Griffin. A little bit Rachel Fairbanks-esque for Dylan Griffin, coming up with another ace.
So Dylan Griffin will continue to serve. You know, she started as a young player at age 8 as a libero, moved to outside hitter, and now back to libero, and has also worked on her serve. It has been impressive here. American trying to get back in this set. Good kill by Fixie.
Fixie had a single block up there with the freshman Rachel Jepson in front of her, and just took advantage of only having those two hands up, able to find a spot in the middle of the court for the kill.
American to serve, down 13-9. Excuse me, 13-7. Vasquez Gomez hits it over. Fixie's tip. And Pitt able to keep the point alive. Big block. Gray and Jepson. Excuse me, Starks and Jepson in on the block.
And that's what they've been working on. We saw one of the first, with the two of them together, we saw a ball that got blocked out of bounds. And we saw a ball that was close to being in. And then there, they finally got their hands turned in, getting that ball down on the American side, now increasing the Panthers' lead to 7 here, 14-7.
Go from one really good serve to another. Good dig by Bennett. Fixie's slide is blocked. Block again. As Jepson is just working that middle, and they decide to go over that time. Now Bizzario kills. 9th of the match.
Something we haven't talked about, Jeff, is the out-of-system play that we've seen from the Panthers. That's been a really big part of their game over the past couple of seasons, where any of their players really know exactly where to put the ball for their teammates, and anytime a ball is anywhere, you know that a Panther's going to do something great with it.
That tip put back. Opportunity blocked. And it is Panther point.
That ball just kind of slid across the tape there on the net and just found its way out of bounds, unfortunately for American, as the Panthers continue to extend their lead.
And an American timeout. Panthers taking control after taking the first set at 16-7 Pittsburgh. Panthers with 7 aces in this match, and we're just into the second set. Fairbanks has half of them, basically. Nearly got one there. Vasquez Gomez from the side. Her third kill.
Just beautiful volleyball there. Great pass, quick, great set in the perfect spot, and then Vasquez Gomez just putting the ball away.
So Dan Fisher out to call a play. He's got to be happy with what he's seen. Although coaches can always find something they're not happy about. Aces will be something he'll be happy about. I don't know if that's exactly how you draw it up or practice it, but
it's not, but as a player, you love to see it happen. You get the lucky home net bounce, as you could say, the ball just trickling over and falling on the American side.
Fourth ace for Fairbanks. 18-7 Panthers. Pitt's 5-1 on the season, 6-0 for American to start the year. And that falls in. How about 5 aces for Fairbanks?
You know what's so tough about that too, Jeff? We've seen her hit a serve that barely went over the top of the net, and then she's able to hit one that hits on that back line. So as a passer, you have no clue what to expect with this serve.
And before that was just kind of a little lollipop serve. Slide blocked. Vasquez Gomez. 20-7 Panthers.
That was a pretty block. I mean, you can't really do it any better than that. Just going straight down, American having no chance to get that ball up.
Fairbanks is going to have to ice her shoulder after this match. How about a 6th ace?
Wow. I don't really know what more you can say about what she's doing at the service line.
Just kind of wait to see what Fairbanks is going to do next. And that time, Fixie's able to kill it.
Stop that incredible run from Fairbanks. But Jeff, usually as you try to play matchups, so you look at the top hitters, you want to put your top blockers against them. But I think what opponents are going to have to do is figure out, okay, where is Rachel Fairbanks going to serve in the rotation? And we got to make sure our best passers are in the back row to get it.
Fairbanks' career high in aces was 2. before tonight, or this afternoon, I should say. An error for the Panthers, a point to American. It's 21-9. 25-9 was the score of the first set. Bizarro long. And that's a rare error for Bizarro, who had hit 9 of 10 before that miss.
Yeah, she's been very, very consistent. And when we, as I said, when we talked to Coach Dan Fisher, he said they're really working on the timing with her. And I think that it's coming along quite well, as we see the timing not quite there on that play, but Jepsen able to just kind of squeeze it over the net and have it fall.
It's kind of unfair if you're American. The Panthers have not only the 7th-ranked team in the nation and at home, but they've gotten some help from the net, a home net.
They have, for sure. Things not falling the way of the American Eagles.
And that tip executed perfectly by Fixie. Grad transfer. Second in the Patriot League last year with a .372 hitting percentage. Second team all-conference. Cat floods attempt. Out of bounds.
Out, but off of the block of
Yep.
Allie Burke on the outside, on the right side there. So
Dan Fisher having a word with his junior. Browski's serve again hits the net. Panther ace.
I mean, you have to. This net has so much luck in it for the Panthers. That's about the third or fourth ball that we've seen that's gone the Panthers' way that's touched that net.
And now it is set point. That one blocked and point to the Panthers. Second set to the Panthers. Welcome back to the Fitzgerald Fieldhouse. The Panthers with a 2-0 lead over the American Eagles as we get set for set number 3. Adelina Berisha and Carly Fixie with 4 kills each for the Eagles. Courtney Bizarro leads the match with 9. Panthers rally. Vasquez Gomez blocked. Good job by Fixie and Uzan, and that hit long. First point to American.
Again, one of those rare errors that we see from Courtney Bizarro, not able to find the court there for the Panthers, but still hitting at a .538 clip, as you said, leading all players with 9 kills.
Maya Bruce serving for American. Vasquez Gomez tipped. Uzan long, and the first point for the Panthers here in the third set. Vasquez Gomez to serve. The redshirt junior played with the Puerto Rican national team this summer.
And that's something that Coach Fisher told us that he really think helped Valeria, was playing with that team, that international play, and really gaining that experience. And she is known to be a great server, and now picking up the 12th ace. That's an incredible stat. 12 aces in this match between all the Panthers, and no aces on the side of American.
Vasquez Gomez, good serve dug. Fixie off the chest of Fairbanks, and Panthers get it over. Uzan's been pretty quiet, but able to get the point as American ties it up at 2.
I was just going to mention that, Jeff. Uzan has only now had 4 kills, so 3 players tied with 4 kills for American, but she's hitting a negative percentage, so the Panthers have really been able to keep her under control.
Opportunity here. This time the Panthers put it away. Juliana Dalton off the block and out of bounds. Panthers retake the lead. Ashley Browski to serve for the Panthers.
And Jeff, you talk about what Uzan has meant to this team so far this season. She's averaging almost 5 kills a set. So for the Panthers to hold her to 4 kills through this is the start of the 3rd set is phenomenal.
Uzan, the Patriot League preseason player of the year. That block, nice job. The block by number 17, Esma Sipahi, sorry.
Another one of those Eastern European players from Istanbul, Turkey, the sophomore.
Wokolo kills in the middle for the Panthers, senior from Columbus, Ohio.
And Wokolo really had a great year last year, 133 kills, 79 blocks, hitting at a .348 percentage. And now we see for the first time this season, Lexis Akeo coming into a match. She had an injury late before the season started, and finally seeing action for the Panthers.
A miscommunication, but able to get it over are the Eagles. And down. Sabrina Starks. Right on the line.
And you can see Coach Fisher was immediately going over to grab his challenge card, and then the down ref said, wait, we're calling the point your way.
Chaos.
And out of rotation for American.
Boy, it's gotten away from the Eagles from really the very beginning. That 7-0 run by the Panthers.
Yeah, it was
the first set.
3-3 tie in the first set, and then all of a sudden you blink and it's 10-3, you're down.
Kale getting to work her way in. It was unblocked. Good save by Mrus. And blocked in the middle by Ende. And it's weird to have Ende not have a point for the Panthers.
And also not be wearing a blue and gold jersey. As we mentioned earlier, Chinaza Ende, the great player for the Panthers over the past 5 seasons. Her sister, Anuchi Ende, is a senior middle blocker for this American squad.
Yeah, dealt with an ACL tear and is working her way back. That blocked again. Ende in on that. Point for American, and it's 6-5.
Just like we've seen from her sister over the past couple of years. Always finding herself in the right place at the right time, coming up with the big block.
She was 10th in the conference in blocks her freshman year, and just injuries have waylaid her career. That ball hit long, hard, but long by Starks, and we're tied at 6 here in the 3rd set.
And some great serves. We talked about what the Panthers have done at the service line, but Zeynep Uzan is doing a great job back there. And the Panthers out of rotation, and that point would have went over to the Panthers because that serve went into the net. So Uzan gets a reprieve here, gets a redo on this serve.
So a lead for the Eagles, 7-6. Good serve again by Uzan. Double hit on the Panthers. And a timeout for Dan Fisher's team, and he just put his arms out like, what the heck?
Come on, girls.
So we'll give you the clean version of what he said as we continue here. American leads at 8-6 here in the 3rd. Panthers lead at 2-0 here at the Fitzgerald Fieldhouse, but a run by American, a 5-0 run, and an 8-6 lead for the Eagles. And Wokolo puts an end to that. A kill from the middle.
That's pretty much how you would draw it up if you're Coach Dan Fisher. You say, okay, I want to pass, I want the ball to be put up, and then I want the ball to be put down.
He had some inspiring words for his team.
Yes, yes.
Panthers answered at least there. The serve into the net by Dalton. But you figure all the ones that have hit the net and crawled over for the Panthers today, they were due to have one that didn't. Vasquez Gomez blocked. Now another opportunity, blocked again. Third time. How about a fourth? How about a fifth time? She goes up and over and gets the point.
That's so tough as a hitter to have the ball consistently coming back to you and that quickly. That ball was staying all on the outside, so she didn't even really have time. She just had a chance to jump back, to be able to jump forward, to take some sort of approach.
Credit to Putney and Fixie. You know, they stood strong there time after time.
Absolutely.
And that one blocked by Starks and Jepson.
Yeah, Adelina Barisha on the outside trying to get through that block, but you look at Starks, who has been a really consistent player for the Panthers, standing at 6'2", and then the freshman Rachel Jepson at 6'4".
The Panthers have tied it back up 9-all. KO remains in the game. And Vasquez Gomez hits it into the tip and out of bounds. And the Panthers regain the lead after that 5-0 run from American had put the Eagles back up, or up a couple. Wokolo played in all but one match last year. And American unable to save that. So another point to the Panthers, and now a 4-0 scoring run for the Panthers here at a 2-point lead. Woko had a 8-kill game against Purdue in the NCAA tournament last year. And a quick hitter to Fixie, good save, but unable to get it over. The save by Sipahi.
And Sipahi did a really great job of getting a quick set up to Fixie, but the hands of Jepson were just there and ready for that kill attempt.
Wokolo continues the serve, and an ace for Wokolo. Is that 14?
14 aces in this match for the Panthers.
And a timeout for the Eagles. The Panthers, incredible off the serve, leading 13-9 here in the third set. Fitzgerald Fieldhouse women's volleyball. First match going to Towson over over Bowling Green, 3-0, and the Panthers lead 2-0 and up in the third set here in the second match. Good hit by Berisha. And the Eagles get into double digits.
That's all American needs. Just 1 point at a time, getting a good kill, and then they just have to build momentum off of that.
And a service ace for Bennett. I didn't recognize her at first without the all red.
The full red, yeah. Americans switched liberos, so Bennett just a regular sub in this game.
Vasquez Gomez winds up. And her kill drops, 14-11 Panthers. Panthers are a plus 16 in kills, plus 6 in blocks. And Rachel Fairbanks with 6 aces, which is the most since Markowitz about 7 years ago. That slide knocked out of bounds. American gets the point.
And Jeff, I was doing some digging in the record books for Pitt, and it looks like this today is the most service aces that they've ever had in a match. The previous record, they've done it a number of times, had 9 in a match. So the most.
Wasn't even close.
Not even close.
Jepson in the middle. That wasn't close either.
No, and looking at the record book, as I said, they actually did it twice last season, both times in December, once against Penn State with 9, and then on the 9th of December against Kansas with 9 service aces again, but blowing that record out of the water.
And that just long by Uzan. And you know, this is an American program. Listen, the Panthers are better, but this is not a bad team. Came in 6-0, won the Patriot League 16 of the last 21 years. Fixture in the NCAA tournament. And the Panthers just playing really well, and a number of mistakes that we've seen from American they just couldn't afford to have in this type of matchup.
Absolutely one of the biggest things. Now 20 attack errors, and compare that to just 14 kills. So more errors than kills is not the way to win a match, especially against the number 7 team in the country that has a 6'5" right side hitter like Courtney Bizzario that can block like that.
Courtney Bizzario with 9 kills. No one's reached double figures. Bizzario has the most with 9. Vasquez Gomez with 6. Berisha and Fixie with 5 for American. Vasquez Gomez up 18-12. And that one hits the line, point for Uzan. Her 5th.
And trying to climb her way out of the negative hitting percentage.
Middle hit dug. Here's another opportunity. She'll tip it this time. And a wind up from the back is deep by Vasquez Gomez.
Great dig in the middle of that rally by Cam Ennis for the Panthers to be able to keep that play alive, but too long off the arm of Vasquez Gomez.
Fixie serve in again. And hit dug well by American. Good save by the Eagles. And a kill is long by Pitt. So American hanging in this set here on the error there by Jepson. Fixie continues to serve, and the Panthers will take a timeout. So after Panthers really controlled the first 2 sets, an opportunity here for American. Down 3, third set here in Pittsburgh. So coming. Zabrowski may not serve. Emmy Klicka will serve for the Panthers. Her first opportunity in this match. 4-point lead for Pitt, up 2-0. Sophomore serve. Vasquez Gomez finds Hardwood. 20-15. Vasquez Gomez now with 7 kills.
What's so great about this Panthers team, Jeff, is they're able to throw anyone into the match, and then it just seems like everything flows so well. You put Emmy Klicka in, she gets a dig on that last play and then keeps the ball alive.
Moves in, saved by Vasquez Gomez. Bazario's kill, her 10th, and now 1 away from 1,000 in her career. And a timeout American. 21-15 Panthers. We'll be back with what likely will be the end of this third set as we continue here from Pitt.
A great accomplishment in what is an amazing career for the right side hitter, Courtney Bazario.
And blocked, and the save goes out of bounds. 23-15. Number 7 team in the country are the Panthers, coming off a big win, ending BYU's 30-match home winning streak. And Wokolo kills it in the middle for her 4th. And now the Panthers are a point from ending this one. .6-0 run. Make it 7-0 to end this match. Bazario, a dozen kills, and Amanda, really from the beginning, the Panthers took control and really took it to America.
Absolutely. Not really the greatest first set for the Panthers, but they were able to